Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another scene for Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. And as usual, we find ourselves in the Sept. It's been a couple of days since we last saw Latahine, and she's been keeping quiet, fussing over a thing. Um, and now she is on her way to Kotori, and she is gonna check. We're gonna start with checking the shrines. Shrine of Bear, Shrine of Uktena, other shrines that he frequents, which he probably knows about. And she'll first check the Tellurian realm, then cross over into the Umbra. If she can't find him there, she'll probably go check the Den of the Hunters.
Yeah, it would be fair.
And she'll approach. There's this kind of dark, depressed look on her face as she rolls over and waits to be acknowledged.
And he he looks at her, and he will put a paw on her neck. Hmm. So, good evening to you.
Good evening, Kasketibikut Kikinamaganaraya.
You seems extra gloom today.
I I need to tell you something.
He takes he takes a serious face. So you finally did it. You destroyed Olaf's property. It's okay. I knew it would happen one day. Okay. You're just going
No,
to have. Okay.
apologies, Raya.
He makes a pause. Okay. As he whisper, I'm still gonna wait until it happens, and
she she gives him the stare of seriously. I Kumba Karna showed me a Talon, and when I tried to study it, I had a feeling it was Wyrmish. So I think he has the Wyrm Talon on Sept.
he uh, he is going to make a pause as he looks very seriously. Can you elaborate?
A couple of days ago, we were at the Cup Cabins, and he was there, and so was Alana. And we were talking, and he wanted to teach me something, so he gave me a Talon to study. And
Hmm. I would advise you to meditate and come back, as in reload.
check.
Meditating and coming back is good for your connection. Hello?
Hello?
Yes?
Better?
Uh, it's a little bit roboty, but better, yes.
Uh, okay. Well, if it becomes too bad, just let me know.
Yup, 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 yup.
So, yeah, as we were talking, Kuma and Alana and I, he showed me the Talon, and I just got a very bad feeling from it, and I think it's worm tainted.
Hmm.
Like I can't sense worm. I don't have that gift, but
So, you're telling me that Kumbhakarna, a Bonar who needs to be taught many things, knows how to make worm-tainted talons.
yes,
As he presented this as a worm-tainted talon.
no, he didn't say what it was. And then later on, he wanted to call it a Gaia's breath, but that was not a Gaia's breath. Pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
Well, like I said, I don't have the ability to sense the worm, so I couldn't prove it.
Was he alone?
No, Alana was there.
What did Alana said?
Well, she would have obviously chosen his side, even if, like, if the scepter was on fire and he would say it wasn't, she would still pick his side against me. She's Fiona.
So what you're saying now is that a Fianna Theurge would let accept the, and he makes a pause so to find the right word. Would let accept be violated by the presence within its border of a worm-tainted talon just because she doesn't like your tribe. Am
She
I getting this correct?
kind of raises her shoulders. Well, I was surprised too, but hey, contra Fiona.
Don't give me that shit.
What?
Right now, you are accusing another Garu of holding a worm-tainted talon and another Cleof, Theurge, be she a Metis Fianna, of, from what you're saying, knowingly letting him possess it just so, just because you're a Wendigo stock, just to spite you, or just because she's a Fianna and you're a Wendigo. So obviously she will take his side and let a Wormish Talon unsept.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about. I don't know that many Fiona, and well, actually, I only know her. And maybe she talked to him at another point. I don't know. Maybe they already discussed something. Like I said, I don't know. Just know what I saw or felt. It didn't feel good. There was something wrong with that thing.
So you're not sure.
I already said that. I don't have the possibility to sense it. Like the gifts, I don't have that. So I can't be 100% sure, but I am sure enough to bring this before you.
Hmm. Try to reload.
Damn it. Blah, 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 blah.
It is beautiful. It is beautiful.
Okay.
Why didn't you went to the den mother or the den father?
Because you're the keeper of the lands.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Mm.
I don't know the den mother that well, and well, the den father. You know, I just prefer to tell this to you.
Because this makes you more uncomfortable to talk to the den father? Or is it because you're thinking that he is going to take the side of the Fianna and thus the side of the Bonar?
Loading die stream.
Yeah. Could activate the right.
Give me one moment to actually see if I have, because I thought I had this much dice, but I'll need.
For your yeah,
No,
it's
no, no,
it's a
no,
little
no,
bit
no.
much for your for your
Yeah, exactly.
manipulation
I was already
skills.
thinking like this doesn't make sense. Ignore those two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so what you get is, first of all, the answer to your question is kind of like both. She does not entirely trust Olaf. She's even a little scared of him, and um, yeah, like he's a get. So she still she figures that he would choose the side of a Clea that is a Fianna over her. She also seems to be a little confused, which is probably why it took so long for her to actually come to or to talk to someone about this. And she seems to be confused about a couple of things, but she is pretty damn sure that what she says is correct. That, so yeah, with that many successes, I'm totally gonna give all of that to you.
Mm-hmm. You know I'm not a Philodox, right?
You're a theurge. You're keeper of the
Indeed,
lands.
indeed. And yet I'm not a Theurge. Damn it, my cover has been blown. And I was doing so well, like 2 years, two
Oh,
years, 2 years pressing for a Theurge. Damn it. Damn it.
we all know you're secretly a Ragabash.
Yes, I'm secretly a Nowisha. uh, I am not a Philodox. Yes, I am keeper of a land, and I'm a Theurge. So obviously, I am the one who's going to be concerned with having someone summoning and putting a wormy spirit in the Talon, which I would point out that Kumbhakarna is, unless he is the greatest beard that I have ever seen in my life. I've seen many beards. He has summoned a wormish spirit, put it in a talon, in the sept, without being detected. Or he went outside, summoned the bane, put it in his face, put it in an object, and brought it back without any of the defenses ringing.
That's kind of what struck me as odd as well.
You're pretty sure. So I will take that into account that you're pretty sure, that you're convinced that this object is worm tainted. I see it on your face. You're pretty convinced that this is the case. So I will take that into account. I'm going to tell you a story. There's. Do you know stargazers?
Mm, I have heard of them. Aren't they a tribe that is in what's the place called again? Asia?
Yes.
Asia?
Yes, that place. They're known to be wise. Not in the same sense as older brother is said to be wise, but they follow a totem of wisdom. They show great insight in many things. There was one on this sept, Reiko. She was in a rune, and one day, two glasswalkers come to a sept and ask permission to enter. Do you know what happened?
No.
She used sense worm on them to make sure, as a good guardian would, that they were not black spiral dancers or that they weren't painted too much by the city and that they would or would not need a rite of cleansing. I don't know how, but her senses were out of place that day, and when she should have smelled the small taint of the city, proper to any people roaming in the city, she sensed a deep worm taint within them, thinking that they were black spiral dancers, and she attacked them on sight. Almost killing them because she was sure, and he insists on sure, with a long that they were very much worm tainted. Mistakes can happen. We can
I did
all
not make
make
a mistake. It's not a mistake.
You say it is not a mistake, and you are sure that this talon was worm tainted, yet you say that yourself. You do not have the ability to sense worm, and you thought it was strange that he was able to have a worm tainted talon on sept. Which makes
I
me
know.
think that you have been thinking about this question.
I know what I sensed.
And you are sure that
I didn't do bad. I
I'm gonna peony that. You give me peony
Okay.
bait.
Okay.
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 So my thingy is active, so I'm at the 3. Slop, slop, slop. I have 3.
I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Do. She seems to be afraid.
Yeah, that's more or less what I thought.
Yeah. It's
Oh
pretty damn
my,
obvious.
I wouldn't have thought of that. Like, obviously she's uh, he uh he looks uh he looks at her. Mm, hmm. You're on a dangerous position here, Tlatehin,
Why?
because
Don't understand.
as you're driving everybody apart away from you because yes, perhaps you are right. I'm not saying you're wrong, but you are sure that his Talon was worm tainted. Perhaps it is the case. Perhaps it is not. Another Theurge was unseen and told you that the object is not worm tainted. And the first conclusion that you come to is that obviously she just said that to spite you because you're Wendigo and she is Fianna. We don't have a lot of Philodoxes on Sept. And unfortunately for you, none of them are pure tribe. This affair, while it concerns me, need the attention of a Philodox. Yet you cannot come to present yourself to one and make your case because, well, one is a Silverfang, another one is a Silverfang, another one is a Get of Fenris. I know that little brothers do not trust wormcomers, and we both know the reason why. However, for all their mistakes, for all their failures, I am pretty sure that they wouldn't let such a thing slide in the slightest. And let us be serious here. As he looks at her with a very serious face, we're talking about a bonar. A bonar. What is the Wendigo opinion of a bonar?
They aren't too bad, I suppose, normally. But
Mm-hmm. But
it hasn't.
go.
I'm not saying it's because he's a bonar.
No, go with no. I'm not talking about this. Go with the full extent of the Wendigo fought on bonars. Even if they think they are not that bad, What do the Wendigo whispers about Bonars?
Give me time to open the tribe book because I don't know that by heart. Damn it.
I mean, you can say they're scruffy and they stink. They're like hobos, you know, kind of, kind of what we are.
Oh, wow. she, uh, she thinks for a moment. Hmm. They're they're kind of like us. They've been treated kind of like we have been. But instead of fighting it, they just give in. It
There,
makes them embarrassing,
there.
disgusting.
You said the word disgusting. For all their, well, not being as bad as the other, your tribe see them as a disgrace, as someone that, well, is little more than a dog. How do you think the other tribe sees them? Just as this. Even more. They are dogs. Filthy mutt. This is how they are seen. Now, do you really think other tribes would go to rescue a Bonar if he had made such a tremendous mistake? Do you
That
really
is true.
think? Do you really think that a Philodox from another tribe that is not of a pure tribe would say, "Oh, it is fine. She's obviously wrong. She's obviously wrong. He maybe he did it, but you know, we're not going to go to do it in her favor. We're not going to judge in her favor."
Well, I don't know. I mean, Katori Raya, I haven't gone to a Philodox yet. I wanted to discuss this with you. And I mean, I don't know how the other tribes think of the Bone Horrors. I know what they've done to us.
He left a path. You went.
How
Mhm. What?
is it like is it a paw to like make her show? How is he doing this?
It's the hush hush pow. Like
Chill.
up and down. Like yes, I get it.
She kind of flinched at that, but she stops talking.
You went to me because you felt more comfortable to talk about it with me. Fine, because I am keeper of the land. Fine, those two I can accept. No matter how long it's going to take you to become a Cleaf and go back to your tribe. All the time that you spent here, you do not you do not have to love them, and I don't expect you to love them. However, being on edge all the time, not being able to trust anybody. One day, one day this may cost you. I am not telling you to love them. I am not telling you to open your arm like and he makes a pause, trying to find words, like a he he renounced like a stupid Hamid, going, "Oh, let's be friends. Friendship is wonderful. We all like each other. Pat pat." I don't expect you to do that. I would actually be extremely surprised if you did. Actually, with most
Sorry,
of
Ryan.
them, with most of them at least.
I
However, let me finish. However, at some point, you will have to mm, perhaps not give them the benefit of a doubt, but if you have to leave here for a little bit, then mm, try to uh, not make, maybe not true friends, but at least people that you can look and say, I am able to at least consider them mm, contact worthy. Yes.
context worthy.
Mm, not right word. Uh, that you will not jump on their throat yet.
Tori, Raya. If going back hard, I don't know when you go. She kind of makes a foul face at that. I would have done the same. I would have come to you as well. It has nothing to do with me not trusting him or not trusting anyone in the sept.
I never
It's
said it
not
was
about
the way.
that. Please.
Mm-hmm.
I I know I saw something bad. Or I felt something bad, I should say. There's something wrong with that Thailand. And even if it isn't what I'm saying, then it's something different. There's something wrong.
First, I did not say that you acted before because Kumbhakarna was Oinar or Comer. I wouldn't have expect you to pass it silently if another tribe, be it pure tribe or not, would have done such a thing and passed it to silence. As he's thinking for himself, yeah, I shouldn't talk to her about my worm Talon. uh, what I am telling you is that while, yes, telling me about this was a good thing, and I will have a look into it. This is a little big to swallow, and let us say that it doesn't help that you pretty much told me that you don't trust another feared to look into things. One who is also a Cleaf, just because she is Fianna. When, if you're honest with yourself, you know that they would have squashed any sign of worm taint.
I don't know if she would have.
Hmm. I'm going to peony that because there's two way I can interpret that is either yeah I truly don't know or I don't know honestly I don't care, which I think is a little bit of both. I suspect it's a little bit of both, ma'am.
Hmm.
Uh, you may actually be able to beat me if you want to hide your feelings.
Mm. Just give me a moment. Yeah, figured. Okay.
Oh my! Congratulations.
She looks like she really doesn't know.
He nod. Have you broken the tail?
No. Jumped away from it.
I'm sorry, Saskia. You went a little bit too fast, and it was robotic for a second. So
Oh, okay.
I just heard shaman. What?
No, I actually made those sounds. Um, she said that she jumped away from it,
Mm-hmm.
so she hadn't broken it.
Okay. So, as far as you know, it is still in his possession.
Yes.
Do Do you know consequences of accusing someone of making worm tainted tailors?
No.
Generally, the spirits will start to talk and spread words that, well, you falsely accuse someone if that accusation is deemed false. Your name and glory shall be hindered by this act. I just want you to know that. Because as
So
you
you're
said,
saying that
mm,
despite the fact that I know what I felt, I can better keep my mouth shut.
no, I am saying that sometimes our feelings are wrong because those are not fact.
I'm not wrong.
He is going to nod. You're not wrong. It shall be the spirit
Oh shit!
who.
I don't have any
Yes,
successes.
yes, yes. Tell me them feels.
As you say that she could be wrong. Again, there's that hint of fear.
Hmm.
It's not really a hint, actually. There's just she seems to kind of shrink. Uh,
Mm-hmm. How many times will I have to tell you that I will never physically harm you?
sorry, laptop fell.
What?
Sorry, my laptop just fell. no. uh, she just looks at him, um, so kind of scared. Um, he might even think that she's not quite sure whether she believes you.
Yeah, no, because as I said, I told you I will never physically hurt you. And then I thought, oh, yeah. And in her mind, she's like, yeah, you never said you were physically going to hurt me. Doesn't mean that psychological warfare isn't an option.
True. True that as well. True that as well.
I will. I will have a look into it. Know
Okay.
also that I will have a philodox with me to ask questions to Kumakarna,
Mm-hmm.
and we shall see. We shall see what truth comes out of it.
She'll nod. Okay.
He sighed because he's like, this is he's thinking this is either because in his head it's like either Kumbhakarna make the biggest fucked up of his entire life, and I want to know how he somehow summoned the Bane without alarming any system, because I'm interested in that shit.
I'll let curiosity boner.
for 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 pure lupus science reason, or yeah, this is exactly what he warned Glatihin about, and yeah, that's going to be bad.
Yeah. She just stays silent as he's considering that, and then at some point she'll half look up. Permission to go. Just get to be good kicking them again, Raya.
No. As
She kind of flinches.
he looks a little bit absent-mindedly into their surrounding. I heard you playing before. You're going to accompany me. We're gonna go to some water spirits.
Yes, Raya.
And with that, we can end our scene.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and player, thank you for playing. This was another scene for Living World of Darkness, right across New York, where no one ever makes mistakes.